It's time for one final dance here in Hildesheim as Ross Smith and Brendan Dolan prepare to do battle to become the 14th different winner of a Players' Championship event in 2025. For the man on your screen there, Smudger, well, it was plain sailing in his semi-final match as he completed a whitewash win over Luke Woodhouse to end the Shed's hopes of claiming a maiden title. He has 4 of these titles to his name already, the latest coming in July of last year. And with this run to the final, he's not only got himself back up into the top 16 in the world, but also he's currently up into a provisional seeded spot for the World Match Play in July. So already it is a hugely significant day for Smudger, who's also, by the way, hit 2 9-darters en route to this stage. An absolutely incredible achievement here at Players' Championship 16.
To throw first.
And as for that man there who's just won the ball, Brendan Dolan, he's looking to move into double digits when it comes to Players' Championship triumphs. His last actually came in this very building back in May of last year. So
59.
What have these two players got left in the locker, Matt Edgar? Because in his semi-final match, Ross Smith showed absolutely no sign at all of letting up.
134.
Well, if anything, you'd say Ross Smith's been getting better as the day goes on, which is a weird thing to say about someone who's hit 2 9-darters, but certainly the statistics back that up as well. 6-0 victory over Danny Noppert. That was the surprise. Danny Noppert's been exceptional this week so far. Ross Smith dismissing of him with relative ease.
100.
Just getting better as the day goes on, and sort of, do we point that towards a little bit of fitness that sort of needs
100.
to be there now for the players to get through these long days? Ross Smith certainly has put a lot of effort into that side of the game.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a factor, isn't it? We're seeing it on the Euro Tour with players
54.
who are making the latter stages. Ross Smith being one of them, in fact. It certainly helps them maintain that elevated level as he does some stretches there in the background.
60. $58.
Not ideal, though, the last 2 visits from Ross Smith. Now, it was a slow start. I mentioned how good he was in that semi-final. Is a 19-dart break of throw from Ross Smith in the opening leg of that semi-final. It was after that where the power scoring and the clinical finishing kicked in.
If that is the case, he won't be too worried about losing the bullseye. Especially with Brendan Dolan not finding anything here in the opening leg. Ross Smith looking to extend this winning run of legs.
Can't get much closer without clattering in, and that's exactly what he does. To break the Brendan Dolan throw at the earliest possible opportunity.
Just all positive at the moment for Ross Smith. He won the last 3 legs against Chris Landman in the last 16.
60.
He won 6-0 against Danny Noppert. He won 7-0 in the semi-finals, which means that opening leg there for Ross Smith means he's won the last 17 legs of which he has played.
Doesn't bode well, does it, for Brendan? Ross Smith leaving his opponents legless here in Hildesheim.
Talking through that semi-final between Brendan Dolan and Gabriel Clements about how Brendan Dolan likes to try and change the pace when things aren't working. We are seeing very early here a much quicker version of Brendan Dolan. Certainly from what we saw in the semi-finals, a lot more deliberate, a lot more taking his time with things. Just trying to find a little bit of rhythm and a little bit of flow here.
Yeah, and a lot of people say, don't they, that, or a lot of players say that he's the hardest player to play against, not because he's slower, but because he has that versatility and he can mix it up so much. So at least if you're playing someone who's more methodical, you can kind of prepare yourself for that, but you just don't know what you're going to get from Brendan.
And it doesn't affect the performance. And it's for that reason I always say Brendan Dolan's top of my list in regards to hardest player to play.
Game shot.
Oh, that takes the tally to 18 without response for Ross Smith. Very, very impressive tally, but not an impressive start for Brendan Dolan. Dwelling in the 70s in the opening couple of legs,
100.
needs to start finding some trebles, and soon, because one thing we know about Ross Smith is when he gets his nose in front, he tends to steamroller ahead.
100.
Yeah, you feel that Brendan Dolan's going to have to put about 15 points on his average to get close to Ross Smith in this one.
30.
Because Smudger's averaging around the 94 mark. He's looking so comfortable, isn't he? He's not really having to exert himself
180.
too greatly.
You'll be enjoying it. Not many times do you play in a final and find yourself enjoying things, but when there's nothing coming back at you,
81.
you can see your opponent sort of just searching for a little bit of rhythm, got that release off point. Really enjoy what is going on, and Ross Smith,
180.
9 darts thrown, 41 left for a double breaker throw. Now starting to find that power scoring. He's got this very incredible run of legs
140.
going. This for 19 without response.
Well, he was deadly on double
Game
16 in that semi-final with Luke Woodhouse. And he's continuing in that vein here in the final, much to Brendan Dolan's displeasure.
58.
Brendan some way down on his running average over the course of today's play at the moment. He's running at around
96.
81 in this match. 93 for the entire tournament. Has he just run out of steam at the last
140.
hurdle? Just as Ross Smith looks to be getting stronger and stronger. And looks like he could probably play another 3 or 4 matches if he had to.
100.
I was thinking exactly the same, that Ross Smith looks like he could play like this all day.
Yeah, very much playing within himself at the moment, isn't he?
171.
And even though it's a final right now, this will just be feeling like a bit of a practice session for Ross Smith, because he's having nothing coming back against him. The game's not sort of breaking down into moments. It's just all about Ross Smith right now.
140.
And even the 140 of Brendan Dolan there doesn't leave a finish, which means Ross Smith, 6 darts here to put himself halfway to victory in the minimum amount of time.
100. $95. Game shot.
And it's double 16 for Ross Smith yet again. And how many legs is that now, Matt?
Up to 20, which I think is going to be getting all the statisticians running to their books to see what the best runs are in regards to legs won in a row in Players' Championship events. Certainly in the latter stages like this, when you get to the quarterfinal, semi-final, to be winning games to 0 back to back.
140.
I can't remember a time of that happening before.
Well, the only thing that even comes to mind that's not really close is Bo Greaves winning a women's series event without dropping a leg in the entire event. But, of course, a shorter format can't really compare the two things.
140.
So impressive. The regularity of the power scoring of Ross Smith. And then just trying to cling in.
136.
Trying to stop this run of Ross Smith. Give him something to think about. Draw him into a couple of little mini battles.
140.
But even when he's getting down to a big three-figure out like this, Ross Smith is there, ready to punish. It just doesn't feel like
65.
anything's getting through to Ross Smith to apply any pressure at the moment.
Yes.
Well, I can confirm that's not what he wanted.
That's inviting for the bullseye.
56.
Right, here's your chance, Brendan. Who must be thinking, I didn't think you were going to do anything wrong in this final. Can he find a way past it? Now he's got a clear bed at double
50.
10. Well, there are his first two darts at double in this match. And he's not been able to take either of them. And you have to
shot.
question how many more he's likely to get. Because this is pretty close to flawless at the moment from Ross Smith. He's averaging just shy of 106.
And you feel that reaction for Brendan Dolan was one who maybe feels the game's already
180.
gone.
Yeah.
Sort of smiling at the opportunity, like you mentioned, as if to suggest that he thought Ross Smith was just going to hit
100.
everything. And he'd probably be right in thinking that, certainly if he was aware of how Ross has played sort of over the last 90 minutes or so. This is just a continuation of brilliance.
100.
Just like to highlight as well, when I picked Ross Smith as my winner yesterday, I meant for today.
180.
It's a rollover selection, is it?
yeah.
135.
It's looking like Ross Smith may be adding to his title haul, and very soon.
$140.
Yes, for 6-0.
Game shot.
It's just so clinical, isn't it? Every part of his game has come together. I watched him in an exhibition on Friday night, and that's why he was my pick yesterday.
40.
I know it's silly. I know it's not much to go on, but the way he was playing, the way he was scoring, and to be honest, at the moment,
180.
he's playing as though he is in an exhibition match.
Doesn't even feel like a game, does it? Doesn't feel like a match. Brendan Dolan only managing the 2 darts at a double. That was off the back of Ross Smith missing an opportunity. He's playing absolutely his A-star game here, Ross Smith.
60.
And just to keep the tally going, 22 legs without response
140.
in the latter stages of a Pro Tour event.
Yeah, and Brendan's actually
140.
raised his level, hasn't he? He's at least competitive now in these legs, but it's just so hard to get anywhere near
95.
Ross Smith at the moment. Not going to get a dart at the bull, and it's
97.
jaw-dropping stuff, isn't it? When he doesn't get a dart to win the leg now at the end of a combination.
A third dart at a double here for Brendan Dolan. It's at the bullseye. It's not
41.
gone. there is a genuine chance here that Ross Smith could end the day with one of the best tallies in regards to winning legs without response we have ever seen on the Pro Tour. He is a leg away from the title. He is 23 without response. It feels just like, when does Ross Smith win this now, rather than will he? An average of 108.46, a demolition job of one of the most consistent performers we've ever seen in the world of darts.
$99. $60.
And I guess that's it at this point in the match, where there's not enough coming back at you to really test you.
140.
You just set yourself little targets in your mind, and his will probably be, right, get through this without dropping a leg now. That'll be the target. No disrespect, of course, to Brendan. He'll
85.
be wary of the threat, but at the moment, he knows he's just playing on a different level.
That's not a different level to Brendan Dolan. That's a different level to virtually every player in the world of darts. This is absolute elite from Ross Smith. And Brendan doesn't like that lie there. He's worried about hitting the dart and carrying him away from that corridor.
92.
Is it safe in the end? Gets himself down to a finish, but the way Ross Smith's been scoring, you think he's going to leave something quite reasonable here.
$45.
Wow. 6 from 170 for Brendan Dolan. I mean, Ross Smith giving himself quite a hard time
45.
there, isn't he?
Seeking perfection. It's been a near perfect performance. Wants to probably end it with that big
83.
running still intact in regards to those winning legs. Rare opportunity for Brendan Dolan. Starts on the bullseye. Won't get a chance to finish on that. And Ross Smith, 2 successful darts away from another PDC title.
75.
And it is one dart at the bull to claim the
Game
title.
shot
Of
and the
course,
match.
he
Ross
pins
Smith.
it. A sensational, spectacular showing for smudger Ross Smith. Over the course of today, 2 9-darters. He's back up inside the top 16 in the provisional seeds for the match play as well. Phenomenal scoring power, relentless stuff from Ross. A 5th Players' Championship title of his career, and look at those numbers. 57% checkout success and a 105 average. And let's hear what he's got to say about that now. A demolition job in the final.
Champions Day at Players' Championship 16. Ross, do you remember the last time you lost a leg today?
It was the last 16.
Yeah, Chris Landman.
Chris Landman, yeah, he didn't miss tops. Actually, he missed it in one leg and let me off. Apart from that, he didn't miss it, so yeah.
You won the last 3 of that one. 6-0 in the quarter-final against Noppert, 7-0 against Woodhouse, 8-0 in the final. You've just won 24 legs on the spin to take the title on a day you have hit 2 9-darters. What has happened today?
I'm a bit, honestly, weirdly, I don't actually think I played that well today. I really don't. I feel like I just, sometimes luck's on your side and stuff like that. The 9-darters, you know, it's great, but I think they're a bit overrated. Mind you, I like the pin, so it's like a nice little trophy. But yeah, it's, you know, it's winning the leg that counts. And but yeah, I don't know. Playing these guys, I know I haven't dropped a leg for the last 3 games, but I think they haven't turned up as well, to be fair. I think I've got a little bit lucky in them sort of games. So I'm just happy with the win.
Well, I mean, 105 average in the semis, and what was it? Did it end up at 109 in the final? It was certainly up there towards the end.
If it's 100 plus, I'm happy with how I'm playing. And so if it's, I don't think it went 109, surely.
It certainly was at one point. I don't know what it finished as, and that screen's just gone now. But it was certainly very, very good.
I'll take the win. That's all that matters.
Look, you have been knocking on the door. You've been playing brilliant stuff for a long old while. This is the 5th year running you've won at least one title.
Yeah.
I mean, you must just feel that this happens now. I turn up, I play darts, I'm going to win titles. Maybe not as many as you want, though.
Yeah, obviously I want to win all the time. Who doesn't? But no, I've got the little plaques at home and stuff like that with the score sheets and stuff, and they're my little trophies, whether the Players' Championships or what, but they mean a lot to me. So I'm going to add another one to the wall there, and it's just another incentive when I'm at home practicing. I'm like, right, let's get another one, or every year I want to win something, at least win a title. You're playing the best players in the world, and I know I can be one of the best in the world. Consistency is a big thing, but I know I can win tournaments on hopefully a regular basis. So.
Well, I mean, look, it is a regular basis. This is just modern darts now. Ross Smith wins titles every single year. You are a former major champion.
Yeah.
Now, this win is putting you up into the top 16 again. You've been there before. How do you feel about the match play? Like, I mean, you don't really want to be number 15 or 16, do you? I mean, there's still room to go up, or do you not mind?
No, I don't mind, but realistically, no, of course you don't. You don't want to be going in at 15, 16 at any of the tournaments, whether it's the Euros or whatever, I heard Chris Mason say something in an interview saying that years ago it ruined him, playing Taylor because he was always around the 16 mark. But no, I know what I can do, and I'm not afraid of playing anyone. I've beat Luke Humphreys. Been a long time though, but I beat Luke Humphreys. But I'm not bothered about who I play. I just concentrate on my game, whether it's Luke, Gerwin, whoever. I'll go out there and play my darts, and I give 100%. And I prepare as best as I can, and that's all I can do. And I believe I can beat anybody. It's without question. So, but yeah, I've just got to kick on from here, and it's another win, another year, another win. So may it continue and kick on from here.
And look, I know you've already got that European Championship on your mantelpiece, that big major win, but for
not enough.
Well, this is it. Now, do you believe with the 180s that you hit? You are one of the biggest scorers in the game. You hit 9 darters pretty much more than most people, the vast majority. You've had 2 today. That's a very rare thing. A Johnny Clayton type year, where it's not just, I've won a big one. I've won another big. I've won 4 big ones. Do you think that's possible, don't you?
Yeah, of course I do. Otherwise I wouldn't be playing. I don't want to be somebody who ends up retiring in 10 years' time and goes, oh yeah, I've won 1 major, and and it's a big called a one-hit wonder, as they say. I don't want that. I want at least 2, 3, 4. I want to keep going, and that's what I will do. I'll just keep working hard at my game, whether another major comes this year, whether it's next year, the year after that, whatever it is. All I know is that every game I go into, I'm going to give 100%, and hopefully I'll win.
I know that you've had some disappointments on the Euro Tour this last year and a half. 3 finals that have.
But I'm there, I'm thereabouts,
But that's it. How do you pick yourself up? Because you look back at today and you go, I've just won 24 legs in a row. I've hit 2 9-darters along the way. Yeah. I just keep doing what I'm doing, and eventually more big stage titles are coming to me, aren't they?
Yeah, of course it's coming without a shadow of a doubt. I've lost. I know I hate saying it, but I've lost 3 finals now in the Euro Tours, but. 2-3 years ago, I hadn't even made a final, so I know it's progress. I'm I don't know, maybe I'm under the radar a little bit, but I know what I can do, and I know I can win. I've won. If you've won a major, you can win anything, and I honestly believe that I'm going to win another one. So, long may it continue. I'll keep working hard, and I'll work my nuts off, and hopefully grab some more.
Yeah, and we've got a couple of Euro Tours coming up as well. It's next Pro Tour action, Rosmalen in a couple of weeks' time. We've got Leverkusen. It's all building up towards the World Cup. There's World Series and the match play. And if that man isn't on your radar after winning 24 consecutive legs to take the title and hitting 2 9-darters today, then adjust your radar because it's faulty. Well
Cheers,
done.
mate. Appreciate it.